I'm Tony Marie, and I'm doing Theta healing with Illuminations. I also teach about masculine and feminine energy, and I published a book about relationships, and relationship is what I'm passionate about. Today, I want to explain to you why masculine and feminine energy is very important in our lives, and we need to daily focus on balancing these elements within ourselves. So first we need to understand these elements, and in order to do so, hang on, the learning outcomes, yeah. First, we need to be able to balance our masculine and feminine, because when they're out of balance, we fall into the wounded masculine and wounded feminine. To be in our divine, we have to be in our best version. And once we're in our best version, we operate on very in the flow of life. Everything is easy, everything comes to us easily. Whatever we want to achieve, it's easy to achieve because it comes from our heart. So we take the steps, we take the actions in a very easy and flowing way. It comes to us. It's so natural and so easy, and challenges don't seem to bother us because we are passionate about what we're doing. Now, when we understand masculine and feminine, first important thing is we understand ourselves, because most of us, when people come to me for healings, I see that people are struggling to understand themselves. They don't understand their shadows. They don't understand what's going on in their subconscious mind. And what we really do is we bring up all these wounded elements, whether it's feminine or masculine, which, by the way, feminine and masculine is just energy. So I can be a feminine woman in my masculine energy, and I can be a masculine man in my feminine energy, or I can be one in the wounded, or obviously I have all the elements as well. So I have the feminine, I have the masculine. We all have a bit of wounded of feminine, a little bit of wounded of masculine, but it's the degree of these that vary, and obviously no one is perfect, and that's what makes us beautiful. But it's the dance of feminine and masculine is also what we attract into our life. So when we're attracting a certain element within our, like in our life, so for example, if we're attracting a lot of wounded masculine in our life. So I will get into that more in the following slides. It's because that element is weak within us, and we have that element. So the outside masculine is actually allowing us to look into the inside masculine. So we need to heal that masculine in order to attract better men in our lives. So now, when we understand these elements of masculine and feminine, we also understand the polar opposite. So we will understand from what perspective the other person comes from, like whether it be a masculine energy or a feminine energy. I might refer in the slides to feminine energy as a woman, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a woman. And I might refer as a man, but it doesn't mean it's a man. It's just that with men, it's more like these attributes are more like working, and with women it's more like feminine energy that is working, usually, not always. So when we have all these integrated and in balance, we have a lot more energy, so we can dedicate more to ourselves, to the environment, to our work, because the energy is flowing. We know what we want. We know how to get it. We know how to take the steps to get it. And then we feel in peace with ourselves and the world around us. Like, people don't bother us as much. The more you are aware of why people behave the way they do, the less the environment and people can affect you. And the less you get stressed, because you know how to work with these energies and bring them into balance, so they're not conflicting within you. They work together in harmony. And so finally, you will have a happier life in general. Okay, so let's look at how the development of masculine and feminine was created. Now, this is a little bit more of a way to express it, to explain it. But let's look at the cave times. Let's imagine in the cave times, the men used to go out hunting for, I don't know, a deer to bring it home to the woman. And the woman was sitting at home, taking care of the kids, the food, even nurturing the plants in order to grow food and seeds there. As a woman, the energy that we generally needed would have been, first of all, we needed to be expansive. So we needed to be able to multitask. We needed to take care of the kid, make the food, clean the house, and be able to focus on all of it at the same time. So that's why women are very good at multitasking. While as a man, if you went to hunt the deer and then he saw the lion and he couldn't decide which one to hunt, he would never hunt and his family would be hungry. So focus was very much related to masculine energy. Now then, imagine the element of emotion. The element of emotion is present in both man and a woman. That being said, is more related to feminine energy because we needed that emotion to take care of the kid, take care of our husband, give love to that food we are creating, give love to that environment we are creating, and make it a homelier place. Now imagine that guy going into hunting for the deer with his emotions. He will never hunt for it. He would be like, so he needed to use his logic. I need to feed my family. I can't focus on the feelings of the deer. And so this was basically the element, but imagine we need to bring all these elements together. So let's look at the second little story we have. When God created the world, he created everything. He put everything into place. And that's how we create in the womb as women, how creativity is working. Even as a man, you create it in your imagination and then you bring it into the world. So the God first, or the creator, created the world. And then he said, let there be light, which is the manifestation. Like the baby is created in the womb and the coming out of the baby is the manifestation, is the masculine energy of entering, of happening. So in order to do anything in life, we need to use both energies. We need the creative energy of the feminine to create, and we need the masculine energy to bring it into life. Now let's look deeper into how this is working. Everything in life is duality. So we have light and dark, pain and pleasure, happiness and sadness. And without one, we don't understand the other. But as these two coming together, that is the integration, it's the balance of things. And it's the ability to balance these things that make us be able to live life smoothly. Okay, so let's understand. So we have the divine feminine and masculine, and we have the wounded masculine and feminine. In order to understand which places these come from, I would say when we're in our divinity, we're going from a place of love. So we're going towards what we want. We're going towards love. And if there's challenges in the way, we can take them away because we have our points in the right direction. A lot of people go towards fear. So what that means is we act an action from a place of fear. When we're acting from a place of fear, we go against what we want. We're running away from something. So love is one side and fear is, say, here, and you're running away. So you're going away from what you're passionate about. And that's why you have a lot of people in life where they have jobs, they're successful, they seem to have the perfect life, yet they're not fulfilled because they're not coming from a heart space. They're not coming from where their love is residing in. They're not coming from their passion because they never went inside to listen to what it is that they really wanted and needed. So let's look at divine feminine. Now the divine feminine is about flow, it's about radiance, it's about surrender, sensitivity, ease, allowing, unconditional love, understanding, nurturing, tenderness, kindness, intuition, creative, emotional, and stillness. Now, what is emotion? So first of all, the emotion is inward. So your emotion is inward, but as women, or usually feminine energy, the emotion explodes. It expands in the whole being. But the problem then becomes, if we don't bring in the masculine energy, we have all these emotions that are scattered everywhere, but we don't understand it. So we then need the masculine energy in order to understand the emotion, like to put it in a logical way, to focus this energy, whatever it is, and make sense of it. But what happens is the man is not connected to his emotions, so he's too much in his logic. And the woman is too much in her emotion, like the wounded feminine is too much in her emotion. And this is out of balance because it's not been balanced with the masculine energy. Or stillness is what a feminine energy is about, to sit still with all this emotion, with all this flow, and move with it. Again, emotion is about flow, it moves. I would say like emotion is like water. So imagine the sea, it can be calm, but it can erupt as well. It depends on what comes in his environment, and it moves with that. Now let's look at some elements of masculine energy. And this is our divine masculine energy. So clarity, as we discussed, confidence. A man needs to know who he is. He needs to be confident about where he's going to be because he's directing the feminine energy. And that's why men are so sensitive when we tell them who they should be, or we tell them that they're wrong, because we're telling them that they're not in the element of their masculine energy. A man needs to be clear in order to get to where he wants to get, or at least the masculine energy needs to be clear. So when we're putting them together, imagine how effective we are in the daily life. We understand what we're feeling. We feel the emotion. We then clearly understand the emotion, and then we put it out into the world. So it gives us inner strength, focus. We can put it in a logical way. And a masculine energy who's in his divine is very supportive, is stable, is direct, like it will direct you. Boundaries is a very important one, and a lot of women suffer from inability to have boundaries. And boundaries is something that in my courses I really strongly deal with, because boundaries, even though it's a masculine energy to set boundaries, but it's very much a feminine energy as well. Boundary is about knowing what feels right to you. So my boundary could be very different to the next person's boundary. Everybody has a different set of boundaries. What feels wrong to you is your boundary. And you need to understand why it feels wrong to you. And then from that space, put your boundary. So let's go to the wounded feminine. Now, these are the elements that I work with when I'm working with people and doing healing. And we all also have like these elements. So over emotional, when a woman doesn't have the balance of the masculine energy, as we said, these emotions are exploding. They're all over the place. And she doesn't know how to put them together and create a logical way. Now, for example, another one is neediness. Needs are important. You need to value your need. But what's the difference between needing and being needy? When you're being needy, you don't trust that your needs are important. You ask for it from a space of desperation, or you try to control the other person in order to give you the need. While as if you're connected to your need and you understand your need, you can communicate it in a way that is very understandable to the other person. And if they're not willing to fulfill your need, you can create that boundary that you will not accept it, or you will not give what they need if they don't give you what. So you can make compromises. You can say, no, this is my limit. I will pull out if this is not provided. So it's an element of knowing the self, and from that space, creating a boundary so people don't overstep your boundary, and you're no longer the victim. You're no longer codependent. You don't need other people to tell you who to be and what to be and how to be, or you don't need to always satisfy other people in order to get a sense of value. So again, the element of wounded feminine is a very strong one. And in a lot of my healings, I get into these, even a lot of men have these feelings of powerlessness. I mean, a lot of anxiety comes from the feeling of powerlessness. That's the wounded feminine within a masculine. And the victim, I just missed that. Now let's look at the wounded masculine. So he's a perpetrator, he abuses his power, he tries to be dominant, he's aggressive, he's trying to be in control, competition, confrontational, criticism, abuse, avoidance, unsupported, unstable. Oh my God. Okay, so when we look at these elements, for example, why do we control something? Because we don't trust. That's why we control. Why do we abuse our power? Why do we dominate another person? Domination comes from fear. Abuse of power comes from the feeling of powerlessness. So now suddenly I have power and I'm overusing it as an extreme energy. Again, a masculine energy who's imbalanced, he will be unsupportive, unstable. He doesn't know how to even give you support because he doesn't trust in himself, because he doesn't have that love. He's not from a space of love. He's from a space of pain and fear. So as we went through all these, as we integrate the divine masculine and divine feminine, we become more and more balanced. And then we look into all these fears that create the imbalance in the feminine. And then we look at all the fears that create the imbalance in the masculine in order to heal those parts. And then we use the divine feminine, especially, to focus on our emotions and be guided and directed from there. And then we use our masculine to bring it out into the world. Now, if you have any questions, you can ask, and then we can follow up on the meditation. Anybody, any questions? Okay. Oh, hang on, let me go back. I'm going to put the music. If you're all ready for the meditation, we'll do the meditation for integration. And then in the end, I'll do a card for you to balance your energies. So if you already know or are familiar with Theta healing, we will start the meditation with Theta healing, and then we go into balancing the masculine and feminine from there. So get yourself comfortable. And center yourself in your heart. Allow your consciousness to center with you in your heart. And send your consciousness to the center of Earth. At the bottom, at the middle of center of Earth, you will see a diamond-like stone. The stone has all the mother love of the energy of Earth, all the nurturing energy. Hold this energy up your legs and allow it to go past all your chakras, opening up each like a beautiful flower, balancing and healing each chakra as it goes up from the first to the seventh chakra. Once you reach the 7th chakra at the crown of your head, allow a ball of light to appear. Allow your consciousness to enter the ball of light and send this ball of light to the center of the universe. Allow it to go past the earth, past the stars, past the galaxies, past the Milky Way. And as you look in front of you, you see layers and layers and layers of light. You go past these layers. You go past the lighter layers, and then the darker, and then the lighter, and then more light, and more dark, and more light. And you go up and up and up, so high, until you reach this golden light. You notice in this golden light there resides all the angels, all the archangels, all the descendant masters, our divine mothers and fathers. And we greet them as we pass them until we go past the jelly light substance and we allow this ball of light to disappear. On the right side, you see the laws, you see all the colors of rainbow, you see all the shapes of geometry. And above it all, you see a pink misty light. And you recognize this light as the law of compassion, one of the strongest laws in the universe. Follow the law of compassion and allow it to take you all the way up to the portal that connects you to the creator of all that is. Go past the portal and pull yourself up and merge with this beautiful white color. Let yourself become one with God and all there is. And one with God and all there is. And one with God and all there is. And from that space, slowly and gently go into your inner sanctuary and meet your other half. If you're a male, visualize a female stepping forward. And alternatively, if you're a female, stand in your sanctuary and wait for your male persona to step forward. And when you're both standing there, see yourself either marrying or binding your female self to your masculine self. Allow the dance. And ask yourself to see and speak to your inner feminine or masculine, trusting what comes to you. Whatever it is, information, thoughts, visual images, or a flash of memory. Hold a conversation with this part of you and ask what it needs or what may be troubling it. Ask it how it can help it be healthier and more available. like you are taking a good look into the mirror, examining your own behaviors and reactions. Ask it, what makes you feel triggered? And how do you respond to certain triggers? Do you act from your wounded masculine or the wounded feminine? What is the core fear or the wound behind this trigger? Is there a fear of not feeling good enough or not belonging or not valuing yourself? Stay with these emotions. Slowly and gently center yourself. Fill yourself with all the unconditional love you can. Imagine standing underneath a waterfall, washing away anything that causes you anxiety or stress or worry. And wash every single one out of every cell in your body. And then go back into your heart and send your energy back into the earth, grounding yourself and connecting yourself, and pull it back into your heart. And whenever you're ready, open your eyes and come back. So guys, I can pull cards for you whenever you're ready. I can't see. So if anybody has a specific question, or you can just say you have a question and I can pull a card for you, but I just mention your name and I can pull a card in terms of what you need to balance maybe energetically, because it's about soulful women, which is divine feminine. Or I can just pull a card for everyone. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to pull a card for your question and just put the intent there. Wow, beautiful. It's Soul's Truth. So it's card number 8. I listen to my soul's simple truth and allow my life to unfold naturally. Let me read it for you. My soul is moved by simple truth and authenticity. The path of the soul can be different from that of a rational mind, and it can take longer to reveal itself today. Listen to today I will listen to my soul. I ask myself, what do I really want? What do I really need? Whether I'm at the beginning, middle, or end of a phase, I embrace this moment for the wisdom it brings. I allow change to occur naturally. I wait to see what unfolds, what shows up for me. I give space to the unknown and to myself. Intentions and goals can sometimes be a list of shoulds and must-dos, but soul speaks a different language, one that's free from unconventional agendas and ideas. Therefore, I'm willing to take the time to simply reflect on and appreciate where I am right now, rather than feeling I need to push to create something new. So that was for Layal. Anybody else have any questions? So now, do you have any specific question you want to know how to balance your masculine and feminine, or do you want me to generally tell you?
Hi, Tony, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Tell me.
Okay, perfect. So I've always feel like I've been very much in my masculine energy, but I've been working really hard to try and allow the kind of receiving energy come in on the feminine side. And I'm seeing some changes. So I just want to understand if that's actually a function of me working on my feminine energy for so long, and if there's more balance now.
Okay, so you want me to check and see if you have more balance. So what is this?
Is that possible? Are you able to pull a card for that question?
Yes, of course I can. Yes.
Thank you.
So what you need to balance further in order to receive more, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Beautiful question. Uniquely myself. I trust that who I am is perfect for my unique journey and my soul path. So let me read this card. Beneath any pain I may feel, oh no, sorry. I'm different from all others, a one of creation. I embrace this amazing truth and celebrate my uniqueness. It is fun to be myself and to express my spirit in creative ways. I have no need to compare myself with others when I'm focused on my own unique being. I follow my own spirit, go my own way, grow at my own pace, and enjoy my own experience of life. I trust that who I am is perfect for my particular journey and soul path. I love the unique expression of myself on this planet and treasure my life as a sacred gift. So what I would actually tell you is that in order to receive more, feel more into what you are and who you are, and genuinely connect with the truth of yourself rather than what other people expect from you and who you should be.
Okay, amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Anyone else? Ola. Okay, so Orla wants a general card. I'm going to pull for you now.
Okay, thank you.
This card proves itself. Infinite self. My infinite self dwells in sweetness of this very moment. Let's read this. When I close my eyes and locate the still quiet part of me, I enter a portal of infinite possibilities. All things, all potentials, all creativity exist in this inner peace. Allowing myself to linger in this space without sliding into old thoughts about who I am or whether I'm worthy, bringing great relief, healing, and even feelings of bliss. I can let go for a moment and surrender, sensing that nothing and everything exists at the same time. This is why moments of quiet stillness are so important for me. It is here that I find my infinite self-dwelling in sweetness of this very moment. So it's recommending you to meditate more.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Pleasure. So Adelina, general cards for Adelina. This is for Adelina. Heart healing for Adelina. So it seems that you are suffering from some hurts or past hurts. My courageous journey of healing leads me along a path of self-love and empowerment. It initiates higher levels of personal awakening within me and deepens my relationship with myself. With compassion for myself and thoughtful attitude towards what hurts me, I'm ready to help heal any hurts to my heart. Keep my heart healthy and open is a priority for me. Through this work of heart healing, I learned to listen more deeply to my intuition, feelings, and instincts. I discover what I need to do to honor and care for my body, mind, and spirit, and become more attuned to my inner soul prompts. In the courage of healing my heart, I may even discover new directions in life, guided by new knowledge of myself, both the dark and the light sides of me. My courageous healing journey brings me personal awakening and deeper relationship with myself. For you, I would also recommend, I don't know if you know about pranic healing and twin hearts. Maybe that could help you. And Shahinda. Okay, I'll do a general one for Shahinda as well. Oh. And now I will respond to yours as soon as I've done these two. Okay. For Shahina, the message is path of awareness. If I sincerely ask, I'm always guided back to the right path for me and to my central purpose. So when I ask sincerely, I'm always guided back to the right path, to my central purpose. Each time I return to my path, I return with knowledge and wisdom gained from exploring the shadow side of my journey, which means the parts of your unconscious that you're unaware of. My side journey, detours, and setbacks give me a broader perspective and useful information. Each time I return true to my course, I am that much clearer and stronger, that much more ready to live peacefully within myself and my chosen life path. Each time I return, I'm more sure that this is the right way for me, that I am on track. This knowledge reassures me. Sometimes I can only know what I know by experiencing the contrast of the other paths or by falling off my path for a while. I'm excited about my journey ahead. So, I mean, more. Okay, Naha. So would I be correct in presuming that you're more in your masculine energy, or you've at least been told that you're more in your masculine energy? I can pull a card. Okay, let's pull a card for you shielding yourself, Naha. Uniquely Myself came up again. Apparently is the card of the day. Uniquely Myself is about self-acceptance. I'm different from all others, a one-off creation. I embrace this amazing truth and celebrate my uniqueness. It is fun to be myself and to express my spirit in creative ways. I have no need to compare myself with others when I'm focused on my own unique being. I follow my own spirit, go my own way, grow at my own pace, and enjoy my own experiences of life. I trust that who I am is perfect for my particular journey and soul path. I love the unique expression of myself on the planet and treasure my life as a sacred gift. So basically what the message would be for you is to honor yourself, honor who you are without trying to guard and protect yourself. It's about self-acceptance. When we accept ourselves, we're not so guarded against other people. We're not in defense, we're ourselves and we accept ourselves. So we don't fear judgment from other people either. Kira. Okay, a general one for Kira. In the flow. That's the one for Kira. When I'm in the flow, doors open and lights change to green before me. When I'm in the flow, I relax and I'm guided in ways I haven't thought of. Each step, each person, each connection is revealed to me. When I'm in the flow, a cosmic yes mirrors the yes from within my heart and magic happens. But if I find myself pushing for what I want, if I find I'm dissatisfied or frustrated, I may be out of flow. To rediscover my inner flow, I stop and notice any resistance I'm experiencing. Outer resistance may be universal feedback telling me no, not now. Or inner resistance may be my own deeper knowing that no, this isn't right. Then an opening can occur, a small crack in my thinking that reveals something new. And I'm back in the flow, trusting that the flow is taking me where I need to go. That was a beautiful card. Vakira and Haley Reid, a general card for Haley. Let's see what the card tells me for you. Soul Journey 21. As a soul, I'm connected to an abundant and infinite universe, one that is constantly giving birth to itself. Likewise, my body's cycles are connected to the cycles of Earth, the Moon, and the cosmos. It's a dance of birth and death and renewal. On my soul's journey, I'm drawn to make meaning of my experiences as they unfold, experiences that are joyful, as well as those that are more difficult. Call to me. They ask me to become more fully awake, to fulfill my purpose, to live from my essence, from my soul. Living from the soul opens me to the magic of abundance of the universe to which I'm intimately connected to. The depth and the luminous of my soul is tempered by virtues of humility, patience, compassion, and endurance, which are all beautiful feminine energies. As I surrender to the divine manifestation on its own terms and timings, I find that even the impossible begins to feel possible. So it's talking about divine timing and going with your soul and your heart. Edlina, okay, you say no. Does that mean you need a card or hang on? Yeah, okay. Now
no, you said something about some other types of meditation, and I don't know them.
Yes. I will actually. Can you read the box if I write in it? Let me put
Sure.
heartfulness, twin hearts meditation. This is really good for anyone who's suffering at the moment with like heartbreak or like need to forgive someone or forgiveness. It's a very beautiful energy of heart and compassion. So if you can do that, is amazing. Okay, when we I'm lost a bit. Okay, so let's do one card for releasing the blocks in feminine energy for, okay. Now I'm lost who I'm doing the trainer. Okay. And did I do for Sal yet? The card for Sal? Can you write to me if I haven't done the card for you yet? I'll just do one for the general more dominant male or female, which is most wounded energy that I hold, male or female. These cards are generally like, this is all about feminine energy. Unfortunately, I don't have one for the masculine energy, but I can ask the card which energy you need to balance in order to balance yourself more. So I'll just ask two cards for oh my God. So it's like self-renewal. So first of all, you need to take care of yourself. So you need to, as I clean out old energies, I have more space for that which wants to be birthed into my life. So you need to let go of all the things that are cluttering you, all the pain. You need to try to do meditations on healing those pains. And then fearless self-love. Self-love is a challenging one because a lot of people don't understand self-love, and it's actually there's a balance to it. Whenever I choose to love myself, no matter what circumstances surround me, I'm practicing fearlessness. Self-love is about taking care of yourself, needing when to rest, but sometimes you need to push yourself. So for example, if I want that perfect body, I need to go to the gym, even if it feels challenging. But also, if I'm overworking and not giving myself enough time to nurture myself, to have a massage, maybe whatever works for you. So one person might like a massage. The next person will not at all like a massage. They would like to do a bubble bath or go to the sea. Whatever re-energizes you, whatever brings you back to your energy is what you have to do for self-love. And of course, when you do like exercise, at the moment that you're doing the exercise, it feels a bit challenging. But once you've overcome that challenging part, you become like, you have more energy, you have the body you want. So it's also an act of self-love. Self-love means not eating that chocolate always when you want to, but when you've dieted for 5-6 days, to have that piece of chocolate. So basically, you need to work on your self-love and your soul journey, which we actually discussed. Living from your soul opens you to magic, the magic that exists within you. So you have to surrender to the divine manifestation on its own time and timing. So don't push and be impatient. Know and trust that what's meant for you will always be for you, as well as try to work towards it without having to push for it or without coming from a space of need. Because when we go from a space of neediness, it's pulled away from us. But when we go from a space of I want it and it will happen for us much more. Kira, general card for Kira. Dream seeds. I nurture my dream seeds with love and appreciation and allow them to unfold on their own time. Now, what that means is to follow your dreams and give energy and effort to your dreams. Even if you don't have a lot of time, whatever you want to do some little effort every day, whether it be 5 minutes, 10 minutes. But let me read you the message. My dreams are my soul's own desire to experience new things and new learnings, new ways to express my divine imagination and my gifts. When a new dream or desire is right for me, I feel a sense of excitement, purpose, or adventure, a big yes within that doesn't go away, but continue to spark my imagination and quickens my heartbeat. I nurture my dreams with love and allow them to unfold in their own time. I know it's best to take a seed of inspiration and plant it quietly in the nurturing energies of my heart, giving it time to grow strong before sharing my dreams with others. So keep your dreams to yourself and nurture your dreams before. And when one dream dies, a space opens for a new dream to be born. Dreams are always flowing to me. That's a beautiful message, I think, for all of us, actually. Okay, Selena, you have the same question as Layal. Let's pull a card for you. Soul's Truth, which we pulled before. So it's like, I listen to my soul's simple truth and allow my life to unfold naturally. So we have to allow, let me read it. My soul is moved by simple truths and authenticity. And authenticity is a hard one for a lot of us because we have so many programs that is not us. So many of the parts are like our parents. We're thinking their thinking. We're living their dreams. We're not in our soul. We're not in our truth. We're living the dreams of other people, whether it is our parents, our grandparents, our friends, or what society requires of us, but where we don't sit and listen to what it is that our heart wants. So the path of the soul can be different from that of the rational mind, and it can take longer to reveal itself. Today, I listen to my soul. I ask myself, what do I really want? What do I really need? Whether I'm at the beginning, middle, or end of a phase, I embrace this moment for the wisdom it brings. I allow change to occur naturally. I wait to see what unfolds, what shows up for me, which means you need to be patient and give space to the unknown or to myself. Intentions and goals can sometimes be a list of shoulds and must-dos, but the soul speaks a different language, one that's free of conventional agendas and ideas. Therefore, I'm willing to take the time to simply reflect on and appreciate where I am right now, rather than feeling I need to push to create something new. So it's about surrendering to life, but of course, making daily actions. And okay, Sal, sorry, I'll do one for you now. Apologies. 1 second. Wow. Okay, beautiful. You got the card, which has been with my discomfort. At times of discomfort, I courageously seek my own soul essence, which is clear, pure, and luminous. So let me read this for you, because this is the hardest part. Honestly, this is what I challenge with every day, because the painful emotions are the hardest ones to sit with, but they're the ones that give us the best messages. They're the ones that are trying to communicate with us. So breathe any pain. Beneath any pain I may feel, my soul essence awaits me. When I'm stirred up, hurt, or thrown off balance, I resist, running away from my tears and anger. Instead, I allow myself to sink deeper and deeper within myself and shift inevitably what takes place. I reach my inner light, pure and luminous, still there, still intact. It is the pure as the day I was born, shining, resilient, brilliant, like a diamond. So when you sit with your pain and when you sit with your discomfort, you allow the pain to go, because what we resist persists. What we try to let go of or push away will come back to us. The only way to work and heal through pain is to acknowledge it, is to sit with it and to be kind with it and look at it as a visitor and see what message it has for us. And once we get the message, it will just disappear by itself. If anybody has any more questions or anything I can answer, let me know. Sophia, you don't have any questions? Bless you.
Actually, I do, Tony. I want to ask you if there's any workshop coming up, like in person.
Actually, I believe there's a workshop coming. I'm not sure exactly. I think Illumination has to set the dates, but there's going to be one for masculine and feminine. So I will be teaching the basics of what is the basics of both these energies. And the upcoming ones will be relationship with masculine and feminine, how men and women act differently. So, but in order to do the second one, you need to understand the first one. So I'm doing the first one and then we go to the relationship side of things.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Anyone else have any questions or anything? Well, it was lovely meeting you guys. Take your, like, if you need this as well, take a note of this in case you like the card and you wanted to get it. I love this card. I don't know who it is by actually, but yeah, I'm sure you can find it if you need it. And let me know if you have any questions. Bye all, take care of yourselves.